won't stop till I hear him say,
Warning: the information that we convey in these videos and the content on this page simply provides general consumer information. It is not legal advice or regulatory guidance. It is not intended to sway your personal bias in any way. We are simply just relaying information already available to the general public. We highly suggest you do your own research and draft your own opinion on the topics disclosed in this video breakdown. Without further ado, sit back, relax, enjoy this video breakdown, and if you're not already subscribed to the YouTube channel, consider doing so now. This is why these major elite individuals want you shaken out of the market.
There's a real value, and you then are decentralized, you have better trust, it is faster, it is lower cost, you have huge advantages. Ledgers are going to take over the world the same way databases took over the world of record keeping on paper.
Ledgers are going to take over the world the same way databases took over the world of record keeping on paper.
Okay, what is going on, CYPRX advanced YouTubers? Welcome back to the CYPRX YouTube page. In today's video breakdown, we're going to be specifically talking about Hbar, Hedera, Hashgraph. I'm going to be going over the 10x potential of asset tokenization, the projected tokenized market volume heading into 2023 and onward. If you all enjoy video breakdowns like this, make sure that you smash that thumbs up button and subscribe to the YouTube channel, especially if you are a Hbar holder. I want to take your attention before we dive into the PDFs and the documentation to this interesting tweet. This tweet says, Hedera is going to become the dominant distributed ledger technology in the following areas in the coming few years. Now, I have some documentation that's going to support this thesis, but we see here specifically sustainability, data integrity, proof of action, supply chain, tokenization of real-world assets. That's what we're going to be focusing on today. CBDCs, gaming, telecom, IoT, Internet of Things, and DID, okay? Choose your distributed ledger technology wisely. I can completely agree with this, so I retweeted this one. Very interesting. So we are going to dive in today on the tokenization of real-world assets. I have some documents here for you all today from Hedera, Hashgraph, also some other elite key players in this market space, specifically HSBC, which we're going to go over. Before we get into asset tokenization, for those individuals who aren't too familiar, I just want to read this little tiny excerpt from the Hedera.com website. What is asset tokenization? The emergence of Bitcoin opened up a new world of opportunities to revolutionize how investments and assets are issued, managed, and transacted. The technology behind the world's first cryptocurrency, blockchain, is one type of distributed ledger technology that holds the floodgates to multiple means of investments. Blockchain will tend to the financial landscape and enable an asset to be easily broken down into smaller units, representing ownership, encouraging the democratization of investments in historically illiquid assets, and bring about fairer markets. Whether it be paintings, digital media platforms, real estate, property, company shares, or collectibles, everything can be tokenized on a distributed ledger. This leads us to the question, what is asset tokenization? Asset tokenization is the process by which an issuer creates a digital token on a distributed ledger or a blockchain, which represent either digital or physical assets. Blockchain guarantees that once you buy tokens representing an asset, no single authority can erase or change your ownership. Your ownership of that asset remains entirely immutable. So now that you all know what asset tokenization is, I want to take your attention over here to some interesting documentation. This is a document straight from HSBC, and it's labeled the 10x potential of asset tokenization. And it says right here, what is asset tokenization? Rapid growth of tokenized assets. Pay attention, ladies and gentlemen, because this is insane. Okay, look at this price prediction for the market volume up into 2027. This is why these major elite individuals want you shaken out of the market. Okay, the financial services industry is waking up to the transformative potential of distributed ledger technology. It is estimated that US $1.7 billion per annually is currently spent on distributed ledger technology financial services globally. The World Economic Forum estimates that up to 10% of the global GDP will be stored and transacted via distributed ledger technology by 2027. Tokenized markets could potentially be worth as much as US $24 trillion by 2027. Okay. That is why we're going to go over asset tokenization today. $24 trillion by 2027. That is a massive awakening in the market volume. of asset tokenized products. Okay. We come over here to this PDF and it talks about the potential benefits of asset tokenization on distributed ledger technology. It says right here, 24/7 markets, rapid settlement, asset interoperability. These are going to play a key role later on when we're reading the Hedera token services documentation. It says automated compliance, reduction in costs, increased liquidity, fractional ownership, and the expansion of the design space for security contracts. We see right here, it says the thesis underpinning the idea that everything will be tokenized is grounded in the aspiration that everything will be interoperable. If the ecosystem for global assets becomes interoperable, it means we can hold ownership claims to commercial buildings, early stage equity, corporate bonds, a T-bill, a single family residence, and a decentralized network on the same platform. Further, we could self-custody these types of ownership claims in a single hardware wallet if so desired. Now, that was interesting to me because if we come over here to the Hedera token services PDF, it says right here, where it mentioned everything being tokenized on the same platform, right? On the previous PDF, it says, Hedera token services provided with a publicly accessible set of APIs ensure that stablecoin security token services, governance, and more issued on the Hedera mainnet can be accessed by anyone through a Hedera account. Users can frictionlessly transfer tokens between one another without the threat of a massive spike in costs, disrupting their commerce, nor a reliance on an intermediary. Tokens issued with the Hedera token service will form the basis of peer-to-peer and business-to-business economic activity across industries and geographies on a globally distributed Hedera mainnet. So it talks about in the previous document, everything being tokenized on a decentralized network, all on the same platform, okay? Specifically talking about these perks, rapid settlement, asset interoperability, automated compliance, and reductions of costs, also increased liquidity, right? Pay attention, those are gonna be important later on. Now, also on this PDF, if we go up to page 8, it says right here, tokenization is likely to become one of the most important and influential trends in the crypto space in the coming years. Since these are the very early days of the tokenization revolution, we lack the precise economic potential of the expected global tokenization. But it is expected to be in the trillions of dollars. And we saw over here on the previous HSBC PDF, asset tokenization markets could potentially grow worth as much as $24 trillion by 2027. So why am I reading this Hedera Hashgraph token services PDF to you all? Okay, if we come over here, it says right here on page 4 of this PDF, I will link it in the description down below. To date, the primary use of blockchain and distributed ledger technology has been the issuance and exchange of tokens. Tokenization is being readily explored across enterprises and decentralized protocols for securities, stablecoins, digital art, and more. For each category, the act of tokenization has resulted in enhanced market efficiencies introduced through their transparency and ability for all frictionless participants, resulting in increased liquidity. Tokenization, where the process of converting real assets and ownership rights into digital assets or tokens recorded on a distributed ledger, has the potential for underlying a mega shift across how multiple trillion-dollar markets operate. Ultimately, the success and continued rise of tokenization will rely on public networks supporting the performance, cost, and compliance required to achieve mainstream adoption. Okay, remember those perks that we talked about on the previous document? Says right down here on page 11, 24/7 markets, rapid settlement, asset interoperability, automated compliance, reduction in direct costs, increased liquidity. Okay, we come back over here. Hedera Hashgraph solves these limitations through its introduction of the Hedera token service. And last but not least, on the Hedera Hashgraph token services PDF, it says right here, low cost. The Hedera token service will have a cost profile similar to Hbar transactions. This means that the token transfers can occur fixed in United States dollars for less than 1 cent. This will support high throughput use cases such as payments, financial markets, or in-app purchases. High performance. The Hedera token services presents thousands of transactions per second with finality in 3 to 5 seconds. We anticipate the throughput of which to improve over time. Interoperability. The Hedera token services allows defined tokens to inherit the account, transaction, and trust model of Hbar transactions on the mainnet. We saw in that PDF that they're expecting for everything to be specifically tokenized on one platform. This provides a benefit for interoperability with both tokens on Hedera and on any other distributed ledger network. Hedera will also work to create demo code to showcase how transfers can also be verified in order to trigger events on other networks. So talking about interoperability here, if we go down here, we also see decentralized trust, ease of integration, and all of these are in cahoots with the benefits that we saw on the previous PDF where it mentions trillions of dollars potentially taking over the tokenized asset space. Okay, so last but not least, I have a little tiny video clip of Dr. Lehman Beard. Sit back, relax, and enjoy these 2 tiny video clips.
But I like to make the distinction, we're not built on a chain of blocks, we're built on something else. So this is what Hashgraph is. It's the consensus algorithm. It's the way that the computers are going to talk to each other and come to an agreement on the transactions and on the other things. And Hashgraph is fast, it's secure, and it's fair. These are the 3 main things that we want in a ledger. And what you'll find is that it's faster and more secure than these other ledgers, and it's fair in a way that the other ledgers are not. All of these ledgers care about security. If you didn't care about security, you would just use a single server. Why even bother with a ledger? And different ledgers have different kinds of proofs of their security, and the strongest you could do is asynchronous Byzantine, and you want both of those words, both the asynchronous and the Byzantine. And so the Hashgraph has that. And most of the algorithms aren't asynchronous Byzantine. That's a very rare thing. Just like you have to be secure in order to be useful, being useful makes you more secure, which makes you more useful, which makes you more secure. And so it's a virtuous cycle. Well, how does having a useful ledger make you more secure? Because as the ledger grows, and as the stuff building on top of it grows, I should say, when lots of people are building on it, when it becomes an infrastructure for companies and individuals all around the world, building on it, using it every day, using it more and more, having more traffic on it, using it for more and more important things, then it becomes part of the infrastructure of the planet. Everybody is using it. Then it becomes part of the infrastructure of the planet.
With that being said, I hope that you all enjoyed this video breakdown. Smash that thumbs up button if you all are holders of Hedera Hashgraph and you believe in the future of Hbar. Be cognizant, be aware. I will see you all in the next video breakdown.
I won't stop till I hear him say, oh, oh, la, 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 la.